Hello, hello. It is Jen with Jen's Den Art, and I am here today on the Summer Official 2021 Craftathon. I would like for you to say hello. Let me know you are here. Hello, Denise and Cindy. And please let me know if I am echoing, because I might be. Hey, Carrie. Hey, everyone. So I would like to introduce myself. Hello, Miss Melanie. Thank you, Miss Melanie, for having me on today. I would like to introduce myself and let you know who I am, and then I am going to start on my craft. This is kind of what we're doing. Okay, you can see what we're doing. So I'm an acrylic artist, and I teach women how to paint using acrylics. Today is our fun little tiered tray painting that we're going to do, and we're going to add just a little bit of ribbon to it on the top. My hot glue gun decided to die on me today, so it's not glued on here, but that is definitely something I would do. And I'm going to just show you my little tips and tricks on painting using acrylics. So I know a lot of you do tier trays, and this is a perfect size to put on a tier tray. And this is where you can use your own personal touches, where no one else will have the same kind of tier tray decor as you. So I started with a wood 6x6 block. You can use a 4x4. You can use a 5x5. I just decided to go with a 6x6 today because it's just a little bit bigger and easier for me to show you what I want to show you today. It's 1.5 inches thick. I get mine from blick.com. In the descriptions, I have, hey, Stella, hey, Shauna. Thank y'all so much for spreading. Hey, Nancy, hey, Lynn, and Charlotte, and Debbie, and everyone that's here. I'm so excited. So all I have is acrylic paints. You can use anything from craft paint to the more expensive types of paints, okay? It's whatever you want. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to paint and how to give your paintings dimension, okay? So this is a little more fun for all of you to see how all of your paintings will be different. And everyone has got a creative side when it comes to painting. And I just want to encourage you to allow yourself the opportunity to try your hand at the creative side of painting, because it is so relaxing and it is so much fun. So what I'm doing right now is the first thing I did was I covered my canvas with white, just titanium white acrylic paint. And now I'm just taking a little bit of black and white just to give me a little background here. And I'm just being really messy about it. Okay, and it's just giving me just a little bit of a gray background. And this is the fun part. I'm going to sprinkle this with some love. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a fan brush. And I'm going to dip it in this red over here. By the way, I'm just using any kind of red paint you want. There's no particular color. Okay, the one that I am using right now is called cadmium red, I think. Yeah. Okay, so what I did was I kind of made it like a watercolor with my fan brush. I made it like really thin, kind of milky. And then I'm going to take my fan brush, and I'm going to take another brush, and I'm just going to tap that fan brush. Now I'm holding the fan brush straight up and down So I'm just going to tap and I'm going to make some fun love. Well, I guess you would call it sprinkles. Hello, Miss Ruth. Hello, Miss Belinda. Oh, painting is your therapy. I love it too. Isn't it so much fun? So I've been painting for about 6 years now. I was a retired high school math teacher for 25 years. And now I am a full-time artist. And I teach other women how to paint as well. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the blue. And I'm just going to make a lot of sprinkles, okay? So, bam, that's my first step. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want. You can just leave it a plain background. But I did the sprinkles first because I don't want the sprinkles on my actual piece that I'm getting ready to create. Now, it's wet right now. So, I'm going to take my handy-dandy blow dryer. And I'm not really worried about what I just did because I'm getting ready to cover that with a painting. Okay, watch how easy this painting is. We're going to paint what are they called? Rocket popsicles, I think. The red, white, and blue popsicles. So how much fun is this going to be? I'm going to start with a large brush. I like to paint loose. Nothing is, I kind of call it impressionistic, okay? And I like to paint rustic. So if you notice the colors that I'm using here, they're all like those antique colors. So everything that I do is going to be on the rustic side. I come from Louisiana. I now live in Montana, but that southern side is still with me and I love it. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to make my popsicle go this way. And I'm just going to use the paintbrush. I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to make a circle. And then I'm going to come down on each side. And that's going to be the top part of my popsicle. Now, something that I forgot to do that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to kind of outline my popsicle just with a little, any color you want, but I'm going to give myself a little bit of an outline so I kind of know where I'm going. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to make this popsicle. Let's go a little bit further down. I'm going to make this popsicle kind of fat and chunky. Okay, and then right here is going to be the little stem on the end. All right, so that kind of gives me an idea of what I'm going with. What do y'all think? I think it's going to be super cute. So now I'm going to grab just a little bit more red and I'm going to make my little circle up here a little bit bigger. Have y'all ever eaten these popsicles before? Or are they not super delicious? Hello from Texas and Shreveport, Louisiana, my hometown. Hello, Miss Michelle and Belinda and Joan in Tennessee. Bomb Pops. That's what they're called. I knew it was something like that. Thank you. Who said that? Suzanne. Yes. They're super popular right now too. Okay, so my next color, notice I'm using a really large brush because I want to keep it really loose and quick. Okay, so my next color is going to be just white. And I'm just going to fill in all of this with some white. And don't worry, this is just our first layer. So it's going to be super fun to start adding the dimension. I have an old rag and that's how I kind of clean my paintbrush off every time. I'm using the same paintbrush. I dip it in the water a little bit to get some of the paint off of it, but it's okay if there's still a little bit of paint on it. It doesn't bother me. All right, now I'm using a blue. I want the blue to stay because look at the blues I'm using in my ribbon. I'm kind of using like a vintage blue. So I went with, actually I used this one. It's called Skyline. And now I'm going to do the blue at the bottom. This is a little bit too bright for me. I'm going to calm it down in just a minute. So anybody have any idea how I can calm this blue down? What would you do if you put a color on your palette and you thought it was too bright and you wanted it to be more muted? You wanted it to be more kind of like a vintagey. What would you do? Okay. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And then maybe you will respond because I'm showing you what I'm doing. Did y'all see what I did? I took water and blot. Yes. Add white, black. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yeah, y'all, we got some painters on this thing. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm adding gray. So the black and white makes the gray, and then I mix it in the blue, and look how pretty. It makes it a lot more muted, okay? And it kind of gives it a little bit of that flair that I want, that vintage look. Look what else I'm doing. I'm taking my finger. Finger painting is so much fun. And I'm putting a little bit. Now, you can use a paintbrush to do this, but why not use a finger? Especially because your little popsicle that we're painting has kind of those little loops, like it's about the same size as your finger. So why not take your finger and kind of make those little loops there, okay? I think it's a lot of fun. So then you can come back with your paintbrush and just kind of start adding the dimension, okay? So how do we add the dimension? Well, the first thing we do, let me check my time to make sure I'm okay. Okay, the first thing we do is we kind of use like a dry brush, okay? And I'm gonna mix a little bit of this blue and red together. I don't want to grab, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I want to add some shadows, but I don't want to grab a color that's not already in the painting. I want all of the colors to feel good, to be pleasing to the eye. So I know that blue and red make purple. And purple is very common when you're making like shading of some things. So that's why I'm going with the actual purple inside here, because I'm kind of adding a little bit of shading. And then I'm going to come back. So one thing about painting that's so fun, whenever you start adding layers, you start seeing, I'm looking at a photo actually, you start seeing all of the dimension, and this is in my way right here, so I'm having trouble getting this to do. It's like it just starts coming off of the page. And it's like, oh wow, I just did that. Can you believe I just did that? Okay, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add some white, and I'm going to start making it look like it has some fun little areas. See how much fun this is? You will be amazed if you try this. What's super awesome, now I'm going to make this come in here just a little bit. What's super awesome about painting is that even though you're following my instructions, your paintings all end up different. Everyone's creativity comes through, and it's just so much fun to see. We have a private Facebook group where we share our paintings. Now I'm adding just a little bit of brown here at the bottom. Just a little bit to make that little popsicle stick come through. Look how cute that is. Now, I've just made a really short, fat popsicle. You might want to make yours a little skinnier and longer. Miss Nelda, you are so welcome. Yeah, don't the highlights just make it? I love it. Isn't it so cute? So the background, I was kind of going with, just kind of making like little fireworks going on there. Let me check my time again to make sure I'm doing okay. All right, I'm doing great, actually. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more fun. And notice the size of my paintbrush, y'all. I'm using a huge paintbrush, but look how much fun it adds to the painting. It's loose. It would definitely make a statement if you put this in your little tier tray and you added this to, I mean, it doesn't have to be a tier tray. It could just be a cute little addition to your decor wherever you want it, with your flags or whatever you want. So much fun. So relaxing. I'm going to add just a little bit more white up here. So you can play with this as long as you want. You can have so much fun with it. And I'm not trying to be perfect. Let's just do a little bit of white down here as well. Okay, now here's where I start giving you options. So we can all do something just a little bit different. One of the things that I might do, because I love these thick sides to these pieces, I might take this same brush and instead of putting ribbon, maybe you're not a ribbon person. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you just want it to be solid like this. I would maybe make some stripes like this across. And look how I'm kind of like dry brushing it. I would make some stripes. I'm just going with the red first. And I'm keeping it all rustic and cute. Just really, really loose. Okay. Then I might come back. I'm going to clean my paintbrush off. Then I might come back with a little bit of blue. And maybe make like some skinny lines on each side of the red. I'm just playing, y'all. This was not part of what I've done initially, but sometimes, you know, you just feel it and you're like, oh, let's try that. Look how cute that is. Okay, so maybe you're not the ribbon person. Maybe you want to do this. And don't be scared. What's great about acrylic paint is that, I'm going to clean that paintbrush off. What's great about acrylic paint is if you don't like it, just let it dry and paint over it. And it doesn't take long to dry at all. So it's super fun. Okay, so this is one. All right, I want you to notice how everyone's going to come out different. This is one. This is another one that I made. I went a little bit darker with the background. Okay, I didn't do anything on the sides because what I decided to do instead was use ribbon. So I took some jute and I took a few little pieces of, now notice it's all vintagey ribbon. I took a few little pieces of ribbon and I would make it even cuter by folding the edges and cutting it like so. So you have those cute little pointed ends. And you do that for all of the sides. Okay. Love it. Where do the surfaces come from again? So if you click on the link at the top, you'll see I have a Linktree link, and they are from blick.com. I have an affiliate link up there. I get them from blick.com. And what they're called is wood cradle pieces, I think is what they call them. Yeah, they're super awesome for your tier trays. They are, I mean, they're perfect. You can get them in 4x4s, 5x5s, 5x7s, 6x6s. I mean, you can get them any size. You can go up to 20x20 or even bigger if you want. But I usually I buy the smaller ones because I have an Etsy store and I sell them in my Etsy store. And most people that buy them are people that do the little tier trays and they use them as some decor. So I would hot glue this on the top right there. See how cute that is with the little ribbon? Or you could even take your ribbon. Here's another thing that I did. And I think I'm probably close to time. Yep, I'm close to time. I would even take the ribbon. If you wanted, instead of painting on the sides, you could just do a little ribbon wrap Boom. Tie it in a knot or do your little hot glue stuff. My hot glue gun decided to die on me today. And now you have a cute little side like that. Isn't that cute? Yay, so I'm so glad y'all came on today and watched me paint. Remember, follow me and like my, well, it would be follow because I don't have a like anymore on my Facebook page, but make sure you follow my page. I go live once a week and I do new techniques every week, so come on and join me. Thank you, Melanie, for having me on, and thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all have a great day and enjoy all of the other crafts. Bye.